He's driving away from his house. Look, they got pings and cell towers and all that. They can track people like this. So he's driving away from his house. He drives, if you're not from California, somewhere kind of far from LA, like an hour and a half. And he texts her again at that point saying, yo, where you at? And then he drives back home. And police are like, you know, we think you drove over to that location to store the body or store her stuff. How do you know that, police? Well, we went over there and we found her stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. Would you look at that? So we went over to the location that we know David went, and we found Celeste's stuff. Huh. And then we went back to David's crib. We found blood splatter. Look, man.
Lock him up.
Huh?
Just lock him up.
Look, dude. Basically, you know, Celeste was there. Her bio was there. And here's the thing about folks. You know, I took a hematology class. I'm sitting there learning the most shocking things. Look, dude, people think it's like a movie. Like, you can somebody and like hide the body. And dude, if you somebody like with, let's say, a gun, then there's gonna be splatter. I don't want to use that word, but there's gonna be splatter. Like, there's no way you can clean up every single drop out there. They're going to find something. And if they find a single drop, they will know where physics, they'll know the trajectory of where that drop must have came from. And they find another drop and they link that. They know that where that must have came from down to the location. He did it right here in this spot. This is where he was sitting. He did it with his left hand, because if he did it with his right hand, the splatter would have been a few millimeters to the right. So we know he did it with his left hand because the location, dude, they got you down. Like, you can't just somebody and think you won't get away with it when you're using certain materials, let's say. You know, and the material in question for David was a chainsaw.